Hey guys, Adam from Southend Dog Training. Decided to make this video. I've done posts on it many times before in the past, but apparently the message isn't getting out there because of whatever reason. So I really need you guys to share the living crap out of this video everywhere. Dog groups that you're a part of, on your personal page, even on your business page if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, flexi leads. Okay, flexi leads can be a great tool, or they can be the absolute worst, most dangerous tool on the market. See, when we talk about tools, you're just going to keep coming. Where do you think you're going to go? Fucking bellend. Excuse my language. Just pull it out here quickly, guys. Okay. Yeah, so there we go, now we're alive and kicking. Yeah, when we think of tools and dangerous tools, we instantly go to tools like prong collars or e-collars, and we instantly get all emotional about them, and we see somebody use them incorrectly and stuff like that, and as a result we absolutely hate all those tools, sorry. But for some reason when it comes to flexi leads, either we are that stupid or we just don't know any better. But the reality is, when it comes to flexi leads, dogs have died on flexi leads. Now, flexi leads can be an absolutely fantastic tool, and if you don't know what a flexi lead is, what I mean is one of those retractable leads. They've got a big giant handle which is uncomfortable, and it's got a button on it, and you release the button and the dog can go anywhere, I think between like freaking a foot and 30 feet. I don't actually use flexi leads, but they can be a great tool for giving your dog freedom if you use them properly. But I'm sick and tired of driving around and having to swerve around dogs or slam on my brakes because some twat is walking their dog around the street on a flexi lead that is extended well over 6 feet. Yeah? Alright, either you hate your dog and you're just hoping it's going to step into the road one day, or you are that stupid that you shouldn't own a dog in the first place, right? Because understand this, right? Dogs are reactional creatures. It doesn't even matter how well behaved the dog is, right? If that dog catches something and you're not quick enough, you can go. So if your dog is on a flexi lead that's extended 6 foot plus round the streets, okay, and it sees a cat, sees a dog, sees a squirrel, sees anything that tickles its fancy across the road or in the road, you have absolutely no hope of stopping your dog stepping in that road. You haven't. Yeah, I've done a post on this the other day, and some lady commented saying she watched a husky get wrapped around a lorry, and how it's not dead is by some form of miracle, because the dog stepped into the road and the lion managed to get wrapped around the wheel. Luckily the lorry stopped in time, so it didn't actually get the dog, something along those lines. But I see it all the time, just a dog will step into the road because it's on a flexi lead. Dogs are reactional creatures, okay? They see something, they react. They have no sense of traffic, no sense of danger in that sense. They're very much like a child. So if you've got a child and it drops a ball in the road, the child's natural response is to run after the ball. And it's the same as a dog. If a dog sees something and wants to step into the road, it doesn't think, oh, there's a car coming, let me wait for it. They don't have that brain capacity to do that. Yeah. So if your dog is on a 6 foot plus lead, you have absolutely zero hope of stopping it stepping into the road. Now, also, flexi leads. If you're walking your dog, do not let your dog go around a corner, a blind corner, on a flexi lead without you first going around that corner, right? Because there could be anything around that corner you don't know, and you're just letting your dog go and investigate for itself, putting your dog in danger. Yeah, if you're one of these people that do this, or let your dog on a 6 foot plus lead walking around the streets, right, you are putting your dog's life in danger. So either you hate your dog, or you are just that clueless that you don't see the dangers. Either way, if you do not see the dangers, you really shouldn't be having a dog, because you're not capable of keeping it safe. Now, flexi leads, if you want to use them, they're great. But make sure you're using them correctly, because again, flexi leads can also encourage pulling. And what often happens is when something's coming, responsible owners will pull the dog back to their side and they'll put the little lock on the flexi lead so it doesn't get in front of them. But then what happens is, as soon as it's cleared to do so, the dog pulls a little bit and woo, I've got some freedom. So that encourages the dog to pull, because from time to time the lead's locked, so the dog pulls, and then from time to time the dog gets more freedom. So this actually encourages the dog to actually pull even when the lead is short, because it's going to keep pulling, because it might get a little bit of freedom. So the correct way to use a flexi lead, if you're going to use it, okay, would be attach it to whatever you walk your dog on, whether it be a harness, whether it be a slip collar, whether it be a half check collar, martingale collar, head collar, whatever, and have your dog walk to heel. Teach your dog to walk to heel properly. Right, once your dog's walked nicely and it's safe to do so, safe to give your dog a little bit of freedom, then pop your dog in a sit, guys, wait for it to make eye contact with you, and then give it a release word to have a bit of freedom. At this point you can then let the lead go a little bit if it's safe to do so, so your dog can be in front of you, so your dog can have freedom. I uploaded a video yesterday, which should just be directly below this one or 2 videos down, on lead walking. Yeah, the importance of lead walking, which will go into that in a lot more detail. But yeah, so if you've got a flexi lead, make sure you're using it properly, okay guys. That can be a great tool to give your dog a little bit of freedom if you're using it correctly, but don't be a flexi lead knob and let your dog fucking have 6 foot lead next to a road, because it can step into the road and you wouldn't have a chance to stop your dog. Sorry, you just wouldn't. They're quicker than us. They're reactional creatures. You're putting your dog's life in danger every time your dog walks around the street on 6 foot lead, flexi lead plus. And some of them go beyond 6 foot lead. Some of them, I watched one the other day, must have had about 15 foot of lead. Somebody legitimately crossed the road. The dog was in the middle of the road. They got to the other side of the road. Okay, they got to the other side of the road, and the dog's still in the middle of the road, because all they're doing, they haven't got the brake on, they just keep walking, the flexi lead keeps extending, but the dog stopped in the road. Yeah, I mean, how stupid can you be? Yeah, flexi leads. Okay, and the other thing is, don't hate on tools, guys. Don't hate on tools that you don't understand how they work. Don't hate on prong collars, don't hate on e-collars, don't hate on choke chains, don't hate on slip leads, don't hate on tools that you don't understand, okay? Particularly if you're a flexi lead user, okay? Because flexi leads, dogs have actually died walking on flexi leads. Yeah, no dog has ever died on an e-collar, no dog has ever died from a prong collar, no dog has ever died from a slip lead, okay? But dogs have died from a flexi lead, and we're not up in arms going, oh, we should ban flexi leads, we should get those off the market, because we're clever enough to know that if a dog has an accident on a flexi lead, if a dog gets run over as a result of someone being irresponsible and letting a dog have shitloads of lead around the streets on a flexi lead, we are clever enough to understand that it was the owner behind the tool that caused the problem, okay? So we're not up in arms. So if you see somebody misusing tools, or you don't understand tools, don't all of a sudden start screaming for a ban on them because you don't understand them, or because you've watched somebody use them incorrectly. Yeah, because there are people out there using tools correctly that aren't causing harm to a dog, and there's dogs that are running around enjoying their life as a result. Yeah, so just bear that in mind, okay? We don't scream for a blanket ban on flexi leads, because we understand there's a right way and a wrong way to use them, and that is the same for any tool. Doesn't matter whether it's food, doesn't matter whether it's a choke chain, doesn't matter whether it's a slip lead, doesn't matter whether it's a prong collar. There is a right way to use a tool, there's a wrong way to use a tool. Just like flexi leads, there are good flexi leads, there are bad flexi leads. There are cheap ones that are dangerous, and there are high quality ones designed to hold a hell of a lot of weight, designed to withstand a hell of a lot of force. Okay, so we're smart enough to understand that. So I implore you, next time you see someone using a tool you don't understand, or you've seen someone using correctly and that's why you don't like the tool, to just have a little bit more of an open mind. Yeah, because again, tools aren't bad. Yeah, there's some cheap shitty ones, obviously, I'll take that back. Tools can be bad, but decent dog training equipment isn't bad. Yeah, cheap shit is bad, but decent dog training equipment, expensive equipment that is designed to last the life of your dog, whether it's a lead, whether it's a collar, whatever, decent dog training equipment isn't bad. They only become bad when you have an idiot behind that tool that has no idea what he's doing. Yeah, that idiot needs to be held accountable, not the tools. We shouldn't be banning tools, shouldn't be banning tools, period. We should be educating people on tools. This is what the purpose of the video is. I don't use flexi leads, guys. Not a fan of flexi leads personally. I would prefer to put the dog on a lunge line if I wanted to give it more freedom, if it wasn't ready to be off the lead, or a biophane lead, but that's just me. Okay, but flexi leads do have a purpose, and used correctly, they're actually a very useful tool. Yeah, so the purpose of this is to educate, and that's the same as any tool. We should be educating people on tools. We shouldn't be screaming to ban tools. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It's a very important message to get out, because flexi leads are one of the most popular tools on the market, and nearly every person I see walking their dog on a flexi lead is using it in a dangerous manner. Okay, and we need to get this message out there that they're putting their dog's life at risk and they need to stop. Okay, so if you've been a victim of a flexi lead, ran into a dog on a flexi lead, if your dog's been hurt by a result of a flexi lead or a dog on a flexi lead, if you're a flexi lead user and you're using it correctly and you're sick and tired of people saying flexi leads are shit, share this, guys, please. Share it everywhere. Okay, have a good day.